Marcus is an absolute joy. He's definitely an answer to prayer for our family. We decided we wanted to adopt and got a call from our caseworker telling us a little bit about Marcus. Basically, the beginning was there's a lot of special needs. At that point in time, we were still real unsure of what exact diagnoses were. We knew that he was premature. We knew that his mother had used drugs and alcohol while she was pregnant. He was on a feeding tube. He could possibly never walk, never talk, and never eat on his own. So I remember calling Matt in tears saying, "This is a lot, but I think this is what we're supposed to do." We started talking with our adoption caseworker about where we could go for therapy and what we could do, and Mckenna Farms is the first place that our adoption caseworker mentioned. He said, "I have to tell you about this place called Mckenna Farms. I've heard great things." We drove out here to meet with some of the office personnel and explain his story and his diagnosis. They were very positive about the resources and the help that they could provide for him. So we met with office here, fell in love with the office staff alone, built a great friendship with some people in the parking lot, and I'll never forget one of the ladies saying, there's a therapist that could do wonders for your baby. We have a therapist that can do wonders for your baby. We have several therapists, but I have one that I really want you to meet. And we loaded Marcus back up in the car seat and we were ready to leave. And she said, wait, here she comes. And they came running through the parking lot and introduced us to a speech therapist. And the speech therapist literally stood with our car doors open and just leaning into our vehicle over Marcus, just telling us, try this and try that and do this and do that, and I have suggestions and we're going to start immediately.
I thought she was about to unbuckle and take him in for a therapy session right then and there, honestly.
It was absolutely amazing. It could not have gone. I think it was a huge blessing for us, and answered prayer that not only was the adoption going to work for us and was going smoothly, but we were going to be able to find the help that Marcus needed and had needed for so long and had not gotten.
At 3 months, his pediatrician was already saying he needed to be in therapy. He moved in with us at a year of age and had never had therapy at all. At a year old, if you didn't prop him up and you sat him up, he'd fall over. He had been held or in a car carrier his entire first year of life with foster family. And what was it? 3 or 4 months here, he was able to sit up on his own. And 3 or 4 months later, he was ready to start walking on his own. So he made just leaps and bounds because of the therapy he was getting here. Because people were being intentional. They were trying to help him develop and mature and grow and find his own way to do things.
They helped him, but not only helping him, they helped us. They celebrated with tears of joy on our adoption day. They have truly become family for us. They've provided the things and allowed opportunities for Marcus that at the time that we were called with his case as an adoption option for us, we weren't real sure how we were going to make some of these things happen or what we were going to do. And they have made it a possibility. They have literally given our son the ability to walk, talk, and eat on his own, which we were told may not ever happen. Marcus does speech therapy, he does hippotherapy, he does occupational therapy, and physical therapy every week. The hippotherapy was one of those things that was very new to me. And as a parent of a little one, and you look out in a field and you see these giant animals, and I'm going, you're going to put my baby up there? So I had the chance to watch for months before Marcus turned 2 and was able to ride the way that the therapists walk with them on the hippotherapy, and they surround them, and they are so cautious and safe. But to see the faces, the expressions of children light up as they walk through the parking lot headed to a riding session. They get so excited. And so when there was a little bit of anxiety going, okay, are we ever going to do the hippotherapy? That is the biggest blessing now for us. His face lights up. He absolutely loves it. And he knows when it's a day that he has a hippo session, he will get his helmet out of the van and he wants to carry it right on into the building ready to go.
I think the biggest thing is the fact that, take a doctor's office, when you go into your regular doctor's office, because this is medical practice, it's a very impersonal kind of thing. You walk in and they might remember your kid's name because they looked at the chart before you walk in the room, or they walk in the room. But here it is not like that. I mean, even seeing therapists that aren't Marcus's therapists, they know him. They engage him. They engage us. It feels like you're going into your extended family. And then you also have the families around you who have their kids here. And you get to share in learning about what's going on with their kids and seeing how they're developing, and oh hey, we tried this, and it's an idea of we could try that at home. So it's that community, not just of knowing our therapists and other kids' therapists, but also the kids who are here and their families, and getting to see how their kids are growing and what steps they're making and striding towards.
Marcus is now 2.5, so we've been doing therapy for 18 months now. He is
running.
He's running. He's jabbering and talking and starting to put words together in sentences. He eats more than our oldest child by mouth now. There's no more feeding tube. There's he will snack on anything if you let him.
Well, most anything.
He's kind of picky.
He doesn't like cauliflower.
He's
What can you say?
He's come a long way. He's come a long way. I just sent a picture this morning of him in the parking lot from where when we were originally introduced to his speech therapist, who promised us that she could teach him how to swallow. And he stood in that parking lot a few minutes ago holding a banana and eating it by himself. And to see that when we went from a drooling baby on a feeding tube, not knowing where we would be, to he's running in the parking lot and eating food on his own now, it gives us hope.